What are the proper precautions to take if you cut a client? I rarely do, but when this happens, I'm never sure that I'm following all the proper steps. Well, I think this is common for a lot of nail professionals, which is why I wanted to address this question. Excuse me. Any cut, abrasion, or breaks in the skin that can create exposure to visible blood or body fluids should be assumed to contain infectious organisms from which you must protect yourself and your clients from exposure. I'll generally refer to these organisms as pathogens. Some typical examples are the flu, cold virus, or hepatitis B virus. However, of these three, only hepatitis B is a pathogen that's transmitted from person to person by direct contact with infected blood or body fluids. These type of pathogens are called blood-borne pathogens. When it comes to blood-borne pathogens, you should err on the side of caution whenever there's a potential for exposure to cuts, abrasions, wounds, bruises, etc. There are several standards that make recommendations designed to protect against transmission of pathogens. One of them that you should be aware of is called Standard Precautions, which are written and published by the United States Center for Disease Control, or the CDC. You can read more about standard precautions on many internet health-related sites. I'll outline how to use these precautions when exposures occur in nail salons. In this case, an exposure means to blood or fluids draining from a cut, wound, or abrasion. Once this type of exposure occurs, the recommended precautions are to immediately stop performing the service, and after apologizing to the client, put on a pair of fresh disposable gloves. I recommend using nitrile or vinyl gloves. Next, gently apply firm pressure to the area with cotton to stop the bleeding. Then apply an antiseptic to the area, after which you should apply an adhesive bandage to completely cover the wound. Then clean and disinfect your workstation and your implements using a disinfectant approved for salon use. Also, dispose of all throwaway items such as table towels, contaminated nail files, cotton balls. Put them all into a plastic trash bag and seal the plastic bag completely and close it before disposing this into the trash. The last thing you should put into that plastic bag are your gloves that you carefully remove, making sure you don't touch the outside of the glove. Finally, instruct your clients to carefully watch in this injured area and to tell the client to seek medical attention if the area becomes red, inflamed, or painful, because these could be signs of a potentially serious infection that could become worse if it's not treated promptly.